So good morning everyone. Let us start today's class. We have started digital communication techniques mainly as ASK, amplitude shift keying, okay, phase shift keying, ESK, and your frequency shift keying, FSK. Already completed ASK, that is amplitude shift keying, modulation, demodulation techniques and their consequences. Today we will going to discuss about your phase shift keying and frequency shift keying. So this is all about your binary phase shift keying. Binary means it's a kind of 0 and 1. So we are dealing with digital communication techniques. So that's why the name is binary phase shift keying. You can say binary frequency shift keying, something like that. So you can add binary terms. Okay, because this is digital communication techniques. So in the case of amplitude shifting, what we have done over there, we have seen that when the logic 1 is came over there, we have set the frequency with the amplitude A. If 0 is presented over there, then we send 0 signal. That means amplitude frequency amplitude is 0. So that's why the name is on off keying. That is kind of on and off. Signal is there, frequency is there, and frequency is absent. So that's why that is called on off keying also. Now here we'll use the technique that is phase shifting. So here the phase changes. Okay. So the signal for logic 1 and the signal for logic 0 there should have some phase shift phi. Here that is must be 180 degree. So we'll take here one frequency, that is your carrier. Okay, first. So that is your nothing but AC cos 2 pi fct. Okay, AC cos 2 pi fct, where AC is the amplitude of the carrier wave and fc is the frequency of the carrier wave. Okay, here also same the carrier frequency what we have used in the amplitude shifting processes. So accordingly you can change this amplitude in terms of power as I mentioned earlier. So power means amplitude square by 2. So in that way we can have A is equal to that amplitude is equal to root over 2p. Okay. So like your ASK here also we are able to transmitted signal. Okay, the modulated wave for logic 1 and logic 0. So for logic 1 or symbol 1, the modulated wave should be root 2 ps cos 2 pi fct. There is one sort of signal. Now 0. What will you send? 0. What is that? For 0, we are using root 2 ps cos 2 pi fct plus pi. So that means, see, if you look the frequency here, the signal here, between these two transmitted signal, you will get the idea about the phase shift. Okay, so how many phase difference is there between these two signals? Okay, so little bit I have told you during our lab session. So S1T is your the carrier wave for symbol 1 or logic 1, that is cos 2 pi fct. Now for logic 0, we are sending S2T, and which is nothing but cos 2 pi fct plus pi. You people know that cos pi plus theta means cos of minus theta, actually minus cos theta. So that's a negative sign is there. So what does it mean? If you send 1 and 0, one after another, so in the transmitted signal, we are getting 180 degree phase shift. Where the phase shift is available? Phase shift is available in the transmitted signal, not in the baseband signal. Okay, so that is the case. So every time in the digital modulation technique, we are sending logic 1 and logic 0, and for that we are having modulated wave, okay, or the transmitted wave or the transmitted signal. Here we have seen that between 1 and 0 transmitted signal, there must have 180 degree phase shift, because this is a kind of phase shift king. How much phase shift is there? 180 degree phase shift is there. Okay, so this is the case S1T for logic 1, S2T for logic 0, and between these two signals, how much phase shift is there? 180 degree phase shift is there. Okay, so in mathematically, to concise the expression here, so actually we are getting S1 and S2 both signals, so we'll concise them, and we can write S0T, the final modulated wave, that is S0T is equal to, यहाँ पे देखो, this is plus and this is minus, isn't it? So this is plus and this is minus. The thing is that there is a difference, there is a plus sign and there is a negative sign, that is the difference. So that's why combinedly if you write these two frequency, so we can write plus minus root 2p cos 2 pi fct. So plus minus is there. Now plus minus को हम लोग क्या करते हैं यहाँ पे bt. Now assume plus minus, that is plus minus 1 you can consider here. So that is bt. So bt should be plus 1 and bt should be minus 1 corresponding to the bit availability. Okay, whether it is logic 1, okay, in that case bt should be plus 1 volt. If logic 0, then bt should be minus 1 volt. So accordingly we can set bt here plus 1 when the binary 1 is transmitted, and bt is minus 1 when 0 is transmitted. So there is a voltage level. Another we have applied the voltage level bt for logic 1 plus 1 volt, that is you can you can consider it a plus a volt minus a volt. So for logic 0 minus a, for logic 1 plus a, it's a binary kind of waveform. Okay, it's a binary kind of waveform. So plus 1 volt for logic 1 and minus 1 volt for logic 0. So you had 0 and 1, okay, but internally during modulation techniques we got one more signal, that is BT, which is nothing but plus 1 volt when 1 is transmitted and minus 1 when 0 is being transmitted. So you got BT also one signal. Okay. Now see, this is your binary data 1 0 1 1 0 1. That is your binary data. You can say it's a DT binary data. Correspondingly, logic 1 is plus 1 volt. This is 0 is minus 1 volt. We have converted it. Plus 1 plus 1. So logic 1 logic 1. So plus 1 plus 1 volt. It is same. 0, that is minus 1 volt. Again, this is logic 1, it's a plus 1 volt. So it's a binary bipolar signal. Okay. So it's a binary bipolar signal. Okay, and that is termed as BT. This is BT. Okay, so we got this one. Now this is the generation of BPSK signal. So you are having binary data, that is DT. You can consider 10010 something like that. This is binary data. Now you are converting this binary data into bipolar non-return to zero level encoder. See here, this is plus 1 minus 1. 0 is considered as negative voltage and logic 1 is considered as plus voltage, positive voltage. So that's why bipolar. And it's a non-return to zero. This is not return to zero because it's coming back to the negative by completing the bit duration. So that's why it's a non-return to zero. It's not a return zero signal. It's a non-NRZ signal. So this is a converter, and after that we got PNRZ signal BT. Okay, so this is BT. Now you are having one product modulator or balance modulator kind of modulator circuit. Here the low carrier generator signal, that is it provides AC cos 2 pi FCT, that is the carrier wave here. And when plus 1 volt is coming, so that's a positive signal moves here. And when this is negative signal coming, so then in here minus cos 2 pi FCT is coming there. So that's why for S1T and S2T combinedly we are getting S0T for logic 1 and logic 0. So this is a block diagram of symmetric representation of binary polar binary phase shifting. Okay, so phase shifting is there. Okay, 180 degree phase shifting is exist here. So that's why it is called binary phase shift key. So it's a kind of generation technique. Now see, this is your waveform. Okay, this is the waveform of which BPSK waveforms. Okay, so BPSK waveform. So carrier signal is there, and see there is a 180 degree phase shift, 1 and 0. This is 1, so this carrier exists cos 2 pi FCT. Now the signal should come here, but as there is a 0, it's not coming to the negative side, rather it moves positive side. So that means what happens there, it should be minus, लेकिन ये क्या हो गया, positive हो गया. So how much phase shift is there? 180 degree phase shift is there. Okay, its normal operation was that it should come in the negative side, but it's not coming to the negative side, rather it goes moving to the positive side. So negative होना चाहिए था, लेकिन positive हो गया. So negative positive, how much the phase shift is there? 180 degree phase shift is there. So that's why you have 180 degree phase shift occurring, because there is a 1, there is a 0. So whenever there is a transition, 180 degree phase shift would be there. 180 degree phase shift will be available at the modulated wave. Similarly, it's a 0 and there is a 1. So 0 1, there is a phase shift 180 degree. And this is 1 1. See, there is no phase shift. It is continuing in this way, this way, this way, this way, no phase shift. This way, coming to this. So here 1 1, so no phase shift available, because it's a 1 1, no transition available. Now here in the later case, see 1 0 is there, so there is also 180 degree phase shift. So whenever there should be 0 1 or 1 0, must be 180 degree phase shift. Okay, this is the BPSK waveform. Okay, BPSK waveforms. So question may come in your semester exam, then in that case you will must show the baseband signal first, Okay, then carrier wave in that way. First baseband signal, then you show carrier wave. Number 3, you show modulated wave. Okay, so baseband signal BT here, from DT to BT conversion you have to show here. Then the carrier wave, that is AC cos 2 pi FCT waveform, and now the modulated wave, that is A0T. You have to show the waveform एक साथ, ठीक है. Now the reception of binary phase shift key. You are going to receive the signal. Okay. So in the beginning, what will you have? You are having the incoming BPSK signal. What you have sent from the transmitter, that is A0T. Is a combination of S1T and S2T for logic 1 and logic 0. That means root 2P cos 2 pi FCT, and other is minus root 2P cos 2 pi FCT. So both the signals combinedly we are writing S0T. So that is coming here. Now the first step is that the first block is that, see here, it's a square law device. Okay, it's a square law device. Maybe FET, maybe transistor. So it's a non-linear device. Okay, so square law device. So that means it will square the incoming signal. So input में क्या था, root 2p cos 2 pi fct. So what will you do here? Cos square 2 pi fct. Okay, so there should be cos square 2 pi fct plus theta. Why is theta? So theta may be the phase shift. When you have studied your DPS, your double sided suppressed carrier, DSBSC, over there you got two sorts of discrepancies happened there. One is your frequency discrepancy, and the second was there your phase discrepancy. Okay, so as it traverses a long distance, so there may have some sort of phase shift. Okay, phase shifting may occur. So it's a cos 2 pi fct plus theta. That means यहाँ पे जो सिग्नल आएगा root 2p और bt, एक्चुअली देखो प्लस माइनस root 2p cos of 2 pi fct, that was actually your carrier, a modulated wave. So plus minus cos 2 pi fct. So that was your transmitted signal. Now in the receiver, it is coming from a long distance. Okay, it covers a long distance. So that's why there may have some sort of phase shift here. Phase shift may occur, some error may occur. So that's why at the incoming signal at the receiver may be plus minus root over 2p cos of 2 pi fct with that some sort of phase, maybe theta. Okay, so it's a, what is that? It's a phase error. Okay, what is that? It's a phase error. It's a phase error. Okay, so this is the case. That's why in the reception signal, go there. So that's why there is a cos square 2 pi fct plus theta. So as it is square law device, so it squares. Now, as you know, cos square 2 pi fct plus theta. Come to the whiteboard. So now if you square this, so what will you happen? It will be cos square, isn't it? It will be cos square. So देखो क्या हो रहा है. So क्या मिल गया तुमको? Cos square 2 pi fct plus theta, isn't? You got that one from the output of a square law device is LD. Now you can write this one in this way. Everyone see cos square 2 pi fct plus theta. You can write that one. It will cancel out. Now see, that can be written as 2 cos square theta, isn't? ये पूरा का पूरा जो है, you can consider it's a phi. तो ये क्या बन गया? 2 cos square phi, isn't? Where phi is 2 pi fct plus theta. Okay. So 2 cos square phi means क्या होता है? 2 cos square phi means 1 plus cos of 2 phi, isn't? 1 plus cos of 2 phi. As you know, 2 cos square phi is equal to 1 plus cos of 2 phi. Okay. So, and 2 sin square होता तो 1 minus cos 2 phi. So now let us take the value of phi here, half 1 plus cos of phi means 2 phi means 2 pi 2 fct plus 2 theta, you can say that. So 2 pi 2 fct plus you can say 2 theta. So that is the case. Now see here, look at carefully. So 2 fc isn't 2 pi जो था वो है 2 fc. That means what happens? Frequency is doubled, isn't? 2 fc आ गया, but at the transmitter it was fc. लेकिन रिसीवर में क्या हो गया? It gets doubled. It gets doubled because of the squaring the circuit, squaring the signal. Okay. Is there any doubt? So frequency gets double. Now I will clear it. No space is there. So that is the case. We got double the frequency. Okay. Now come to the circuit once again. So that means here we are getting 2 fc frequency. Cos square means I have shown you. It's a double frequency. So that's why band pass frequency you need with center frequency 2 fc. So that's why see यहाँ पे. Otherwise, if you use here low pass, then that frequency will never move into this part. So that's why here we have used band pass frequency with the frequency component would be twice fc. So that's why that signal now come here. Cos 2 pi 2 fct plus theta. So that's why 2 fc देखो यहाँ पे 2. So 2 pi 2 fc if you put here, so 2 fct plus जो मैंने दिखाया 2 theta. Now, as you know, you are having some sort of frequency divider circuit. Now, as the frequency is double here, so what will you do? Now see, now you have double frequency, isn't it? So now clear it. Is there any doubt? So we got, actually what do we get here? Cos 2 pi 2 fc, isn't it? Plus theta. The double frequency signal is received here. Okay, plus maybe 2 theta होने दो, कोई बात नहीं, ये फेज पार्ट का है. So frequency is double here. So now if you pass it, if you send it through a device that divides the frequency by 2, if you send through this, so after that what will happen? As it is 2fc, okay, here coming 2fc frequency, and as it's a circuit that divides the frequency by 2, so definitely at the output again you will get fc. Okay, so you got fc. So that means you are regenerating the carrier wave at the receiver. What was the which is same with the frequency component with the transmitted carrier. So that you are generating here. So 2fc was at the input to the frequency divided by 2 circuit. So you are getting fc. So now anyone can have any example of frequency divided by 2 circuit? Give example. Frequency divided by 2. Anyone? Give one example. फ्रीक्वेंसी जहां पे डिवाइड हो रहा है. Can anyone give me the answer? Anyone? जी भाई मेरे पास एक डिवाइस है. If you send your frequency, that will divide. If you send here 20, मान लो if you send 30 hertz, okay. So at the output you will get 15 hertz. If you send 50 hertz, so at the output you will get 25 hertz. And thus it just makes half. You don't know. So this is the case. Here this frequency divided by 2 circuit divides the frequency. So now what will happen here? So we are getting the same carrier cos 2 pi fct plus theta. So that is coming to a synchronous demodulator, because here we are going to design a synchronous demodulator circuit or coherent detection technique like your DSB-SC signal. So coherence detection or synchronous detection का मतलब क्या है? What does it mean? It implies that if you are going to use the same frequency and phase difference carrier as it was sent at the transmitter. So both the frequency which was sent used at the transmitter and what we are using at the receiver, if both the carriers having the same frequency and the phase difference with the time, then it is a synchronous detection. So that's why we are using here synchronous detection for having similar kind of carrier. So it's a reference signal 2 pi fct plus theta come here. Okay, so now here we are getting the received signal. What was the received signal? देखो यहाँ पे cos 2 pi fct plus theta that is received, that is generated at the BPSK receiver, cos 2 pi fct plus theta. And what was the incoming signal? Listen, though signal is there. So frequency divided by circuit is flip-flop. Okay, I'm giving the example. Flip-flop. It may be T flip-flop. Okay, remember this one. So incoming, what was the incoming signal? It may be BT cos 2 pi FCT plus theta. It was the incoming signal. Okay. Now the reference signal. What is the reference signal? Which we have generated at the receiver. That is your cos 2 pi FCT plus theta. Okay. So these two signals. Okay. This is incoming signal and From the incoming signal we have generated the local carrier. This is a local carrier or reference signal. Okay, we have generated. Now these two signal passes through a product modulator, okay, or balance modulator or a multiplier. This one here and this one may be here, and at the output what will we get? It's a product of these two. Clear? Product of these two. देखो circuit. देखो synchronous demodulator, it's a multiplier. Okay, it's a multiplier or balance modulator. So reference signal is coming this side and incoming signal coming this side, and they are multiplied. And then multiplied signal moving to a low pass filter, integrator means it's a low pass filter. Okay, it's a low pass filter. So you know low pass filter is just sending the DC part only here, as I explained in the amplitude shifting demodulator circuit. So that means it's sending a low frequency signal. Okay, so carrier signal will be stopped here. Okay, so the baseband signal will be collected here. So देखो यहाँ पे रेफरेंस सिग्नल क्या है, cos 2 pi f ct plus theta. इधर क्या है, bt cos 2 pi f ct plus theta इधर. So they will be multiplied here, and that signal moving to the integrator part. चलो फिर से. So again come to the whiteboard. So these two signals are multiplied each other, this and this. So what will happen? √2p तो था, एम्पलीट्यूड के लिए हम लोग ओरिड नहीं है, बीटी के लिए भी हम लोग ओरिड नहीं है, वो तो रह जाएगा बीटी. सो cos स्क्वायर हो जाएगा, cos स्क्वायर 2 pi f ct plus theta. Okay, so that will be output from this. Now as you know cos square theta, so you can rearrange it, इसको हाफ करके यहाँ पे 2 ऐड कर दो. So 2 cos का थीटा मिल गया. So again what will be the outcome? Half 2 cos का theta. So 1 plus cos 2 theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta. So 1 plus cos 2 theta means 2 fc हो जाएगा, फ्रीक्वेंसी डबल हो जाएगा. जहां जहां 2 cos का थीटा होगा उसी जगह में फ्रीक्वेंसी डबल हो जाएगा. सो फ्रीक्वेंसी डबल हो जाएगा मींस क्या हो जाएगा? अल्टीमेटली cos 2 pi 2 fc t प्लस वो जो थीटा था थीटा. ओके, सो बाहर में हाफ bt रह जाएगा, और you can keep to √2p also. These are the √2p, half √2p, these are the constant part, and bt basically is your baseband signal यहाँ पे है. और ये क्या हो गया? cos 2 pi f ct plus theta. That means frequency double हो गया. Now if you send this signal to a low pass filter, okay, low pass filter, तो आउटपुट में क्या मिलेगा? ये फ्रीक्वेंसी स्टॉप्ड हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ये लो पास फिल्टर है. 2fc फ्रीक्वेंसी पास नहीं करेगा. 2fc फ्रीक्वेंसी पास नहीं करेगा तो इसलिए ये पार्ट चला जाएगा, डीसी पार्ट. सो इन दैट डीसी पार्ट में तुम्हारा बीटी पार्ट है, सो दैट विल बी रिसीव्ड. ओके, सो यहाँ पे लो पास फिल्टर तुम यूज करोगे तो क्या होगा? ये 2fc फ्रीक्वेंसी विल बी क्लिप्ड ऑफ हियर. सो अल्टीमेटली देखो क्या मिलेगा तुमको. देखो यहाँ पे जब तुम ये स्विच को क्लोज करोगे तो दैट डीसी पार्ट विल बी अवेलेबल फ्रॉम द इंटीग्रेटर सर्किट. ओके, सो दैट से आउटपुट में तुमको क्या मिलेगा? वो बीटी पार्ट, बीटी को तुमको सैंपलिंग कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. सो बी टी मीन्स के टीवी एंड √2ps, वो जो पावर का पार्ट वो आ जाएगा इधर. सो देखो यहाँ पे नो कैरियर फ्रीक्वेंसी इज अवेलेबल. एफसी पार्ट है क्या? नहीं है. व्हाई इट इज नॉट अवेलेबल हियर? due to the low pass filtering action. Okay, now up to बोलो, किसी को कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो बोलो, अब तक कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो बोलो। कैसे हम लोग यहाँ पे रेफरेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी को जनरेट किए हैं, कैसे हम सिंक्रोनस डिटेक्टर में वो मल्टीप्लिकेशन हो रहा है, उसके बाद कैसे ये इंटीग्रेशन हो रहा है, कैसे ये 2fc frequency is blocked here. Okay, what we are getting here, that is your only the DC part. So if you have any doubt up to this point of view, you can ask me the question. Otherwise यहाँ पे देखो दो switches है, S2, this is the output of the indicator circuit, and one switch is there. So from figure it is clear that if you short this switch, that means whatever the data was stored or the voltage was stored at the capacitor, that will be discharged here. Okay, that will be discharged here. Okay, and a single bit synchronizer is there. A single bit synchronizer actually switching these two switches. Synchronization taking place here between these two switches. Okay, so which switch we close first and what switch will be closed later on, that is done by the means of this a single bit or one bit or a bit synchronizer. So क्या होता, कैसे ये स्विचिंग होता है, देखो पहले ये ओपन होता है, फर्स्ट इसको स्विच क्लोज कर दो, तो प्रीवियसली जो डेटा था वो क्लियर हो गया. Now your indicator is ready to integrate the next signal which is received by the receiver. So that's why you make it open. You make it open. You now close this. So what will happen? That 2fc part will be clipped off and the digital data जो था वो DC part that will move to the output. So that is the first bit is received. Now to receive the second bit, what will you do? Before coming the next bit, you have to clear the indicator circuit. Before reaching the second bit, you have to clear the low pass filter. Okay, so for that you make it open. You make it open. S2 को S2 open करो and फिर S1 को close करो. So you made S1 close and S2 open. What will happen now? This indicator is empty now because it will be discharged. This capacitor will be completely discharged here, and this is open. So no signal is moving to the output because this S2 is open or SS is open. Now your indicator is ready. Okay. Now what will you do to make it open and close this one? A second bit will come, and for second bit the same operation will be integration will be there. Integration is done, and that signal is moving to the output. After that, when that signal is received by the output circuit, then what will happen? It will be again open, and this switch will be again closed. When this is closed, this capacitor is empty. Okay, again it is empty, and now this indicator circuit is ready to accept the third bit. Okay, so third bit will reach here, and that time this is open, this is closed, and that is also integrated, and